Hey there, alright, Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis got one of its biggest updates ever today. And as you can see, right now we're right in the middle of the holiday event. However, they've added a new holiday Christmas banner for Zack and Matt. There is a new wallpaper along with that. We have Bahamut, the new summoned Bahamut is out. There's new storyline for Crisis Core. There's new Criterion and Crisis dungeons. There is a bunch of campaign missions and stuff like that because this is also the 100th day the game has been out. So there's a ton of free pulls, free tickets, free crystals, and all that. Real quick, I'm going to try to go over as much of the new stuff as possible, and this is also via the Steam version. I haven't yet shown off on this YouTube channel Steam gameplay yet, so I'm going to do combat and everything in this video. I'll do a fight against Bahamut, and we'll be able to check that out. But first things first, let me go into the new banner. And also just the fact that there's daily free pulls. I already did it today, so I can't do it again. But you can do this up to 150 pulls here, whatever. That's 15 days worth of 10 pulls. So for 15 days, make sure you're claiming this pull every single day. Additionally, there's this banner, which I'm going to skip. It's 3,000 red crystals. But if you're into that kind of thing, it could be good for you. But let's get into the new banner. This is a Zack and Matt banner. Now, it's only got a costume for Zack. And the costume's pretty cool. It's very reminiscent of the Final Fantasy IX costumes for Tifa, Cloud, and sort of like Sephiroth, but his was magic. But yeah, it's just, it's pretty good. It's HP, you can't go wrong with HP, and then boost physical potency, which is honestly good. I don't think this is like game-breaking or game-changing for anybody though, so for me personally, I'm gonna skip this. But it is good for sure. If you're a main Zack, you might want to pick this up. Or if you're just looking for more stuff for Zack, you definitely could pick this up. Plus, not to mention, it actually looks amazing. Like, check it out. I would love this costume, but without the jacket on too, right? I want that red suit underneath. It kind of has some, like, Joker vibes going on, though, you know? Like, I feel like he's borderline Joker here. Just dyes hair green and stuff. And then he has a flower from Aerith on the pinned on his jacket. How sweet. How sweet, Zack. Anyways, let's get into the weapon. So the weapon is really interesting. It's similar to Sephiroth's Final Fantasy IX weapon, but it's different in one way. So it does physical non-elemental damage to a single target. It also lowers the target's magic attack, and then it lowers the target's P defense. So don't get confused. Now, Sephiroth's from Final Fantasy IX was all targets, so it was AoE. This one is single target. And then also the difference, Sephiroth's was magic attack and P attack, whereas this one is magic attack and P defense. Now, that being said, this is still a very strong weapon. You could even use this on Bahamut, for example, because you can break Bahamut's magic attack and his defense, but you can also break his P attack and his magic defense as well. But this is just an option. On any fight where both of these things work, this is going to be great. You can get it to high. I believe that happens at OB6. Yes, at OB6 you can get the potency up to high. And then for the materia slots, again, it has this cure thing that we've been seeing on all the weapons recently. This is the third weapon in a row that has this cure to all spells. But otherwise, it's just a pretty solid weapon to help Zack in his debuff campaign. You know, he's already got the Black Whisker, which is another amazing debuff weapon. So this just adds more. It's got HP and also physical potency here. It's similar to his costume, actually. So they might mesh together pretty well. Now, to look at Matt's weapon, I think I have to go in here to see it. This is the weapon Matt gets in this banner, which is, honestly, I think this is also very strong. It's got heal on it and M defense, so two decent things there. P attack is increased, potency high to a single ally. So he can buff a team member's P attack or his own. And it also adds regen and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And this is the fourth weapon in a row now that has this cure all thing on it, which is interesting. But it's actually very strong on this weapon specifically because this weapon also boosts heal. So you could use Matt potentially as a healer, maybe with this weapon, or maybe even possibly alongside his other healing weapon, Prime Number. But you could also use him as a buffer, so he could main heal and buff your teammates at the same time. I think this is a great weapon. I think it's pretty strong. And I'm still going to pass, though. I personally need to save. I don't have a lot of crystals, as you can see. But I do think that these weapons are pretty good if you get them for what, what they're made for. And I definitely think I hope to pull them later in the future off just regular tickets or, wish lists or whatever the case may be. But this banner specifically, I'm going to skip. Let me know what you guys are going to do with it. Oh, yeah, and let's check out the wallpaper. Don't forget about the wallpaper. I'm not trying to stiff you. It's a really nice wallpaper, honestly. It's just like Zack in Midgar in the winter. You can tell it's cold. He's all bundled up. Snow's coming down. Seems like he's waiting for a ride or something. I don't know. But, yeah. That's the wallpaper. Pretty cool, right? Now, that being said, there is new story as well. It's Crisis Core story this time to go along with Zack, the Zack outfit. I haven't done it yet. I'm saving it to do it live on stream. But it's here. And yeah, it's just chapter 2. It's still the very beginning of the Crisis Core storyline. I think we'll finally see some twists and stuff there. It'll be cool. And additionally, when you do that, that will unlock the next Criterion dungeon and the next set of Crisis dungeons, which is called the Abandoned Factory. So that is cool. Also, the new very hard Crisis dungeons are available as well. So if you keep up with those are out now too. Now, what else do we have? The next part of the Christmas event is up. The ability to do the very hard version of that. The Gingerbread Man. That is cool. The big thing here is, though, the new summon, right? Actually, first, before I do that, let me show you all the missions. So there's a bunch of campaigns. There are these tickets available for every single character in the game. You can get 10 4-star tickets. I believe these are 4-star tickets. One for each character, and all you have to do is clear one battle with each character, and you get 10 tickets for them. Additionally, there's a bunch of regular brown tickets that are available as well, and you can see every character in the game has these, and I already claimed a few of them. But yeah, there's even more tickets here. I haven't spent 1,000 stamina yet, but yeah, so there's a lot of there's 50 of these available, and then there's 10 of these because there's 10 characters in the game, so that's pretty cool. Now, let's get into the Bahamut. Bahamut. First things first, when you first start out, make sure you come to summons and then you set your Bahamut thing. You got to click switch summon, and then make sure you you go on here, you switch to it, and you can start doing this stuff. Eventually, once you do it all, you'll unlock them, blah, 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 blah. It's tough. It's going to be very grindy. There's a lot of challenging looking stuff there. I don't have any of it done. Well, I have some of it done, actually. I don't know why I said any of it. But, it's pretty wild. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, so here it is. There's normal, which is fairly easy. There's hard, which is, it is what it is. Very hard. I tried this once, just YOLO'd in some random team at it, and they did pretty good. I might be able to beat this. I haven't put a ton of effort into it yet, though. But then there's EX1 and EX2, which none of the previous summons had these. Luckily, they don't look like they're must-have to farm. They're just like kind of a once and done, I think. And then at the end of it, you get to unlock this Bahamut icon, which is pretty cool, I think, but not mandatory. So you can just, and this isn't limited or anything. Bahamut's always going to be here. So you have all year, the lifetime of the game to do that. You don't have to do it right now or anything. But yeah, very hard is very hard. I'm going to do hard right now. I have done this a few times. I mostly do it on auto. Now, this team, I didn't even build this team specifically for it. I just took this team. This was my very hard dungeon farming team that I used for the very hard dungeon that just went away, actually. The only thing I did was I took off Eno Ibibi, or whatever that sword is called, and I put on his Final Fantasy IX sword, Kuja's Spirit Blade, just because breaking this dude, by this dude I mean Bahamut, which might be a chick, I don't know, is Bahamut, is pretty important, because he or she hits like a truck. But anyways, let's get right into this fight. I'm just gonna do it now. This is the Steam version. I know my last video for this game, someone did ask to see some Steam version gameplay, and I'm sure they've seen Steam version gameplay by now because that video was like a week ago. But if you haven't, here it is. It is beautiful. This game looks amazing on Steam. I do have it in ×2 speed, so it's going to be a little fast, but if you want to see it in all of its glory, you can just play, and then you can slow the game down for yourself if you want. But yeah, so I have... The thing about Bahamut is, he is susceptible to physical and magical defense down, and physical and magical attack down. So I have all 4 of those things rolling on him at all times via Aerith with Sun Umbrella and Sephiroth with Kuja's Blade. If you don't have one of those things, you can probably just use some other stuff in the place. Or some breaches or whatever you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. Or you can just over DPS and kill him fast enough to where you don't have to do that stuff. But I don't have that high of overboosted weapons, so I don't kill super fast. But yeah, I'm just running with pretty basic stuff other than that. I don't even know what abilities, magic spells I have on these guys because, like I said, I didn't build this team specifically for the fight. I just took this team off my list. Now, I have been using these summons to damage Bahamut. Judgment Bolt and Diamond Dust, only because of their respective masteries and stuff. Cloud has a lot of Lightning Mastery, Sephiroth has a lot of Ice Mastery, and Bahamut doesn't have any weaknesses to any elements, but he's also not resistant to any elements. So that being said, like, I think everything has a fair, at least in hard, maybe in very hard, I'll need to optimize some things better, but you can see that, you know, that does okay damage, I guess. And yeah, we're just, oh yeah, Diamond Sigil is the one thing that I think might really help in this fight. Sometimes I don't break the Diamond Sigil. Will they do it right now? They did. Sometimes I don't break that Diamond Sigil, and then he'll dive bomb someone, and it hurts, but it's never actually killed anyone. You can see I have Cloud and Sephiroth at 8,000 health, but I only have Aerith at 6,800 health, and she's never been one-shotted either. Like, this is probably gonna hurt, this dive bomb here, but it shouldn't kill her. She should live with like 1,000 HP, 1,600, so not too bad. And this is just hard, you know, this isn't very hard. Eventually I'll have to do very hard, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I'll probably try tackling it like tomorrow or something, maybe. We'll see. But there's a lot of other stuff that you have to grind to unlock. Bahamut, I'm gonna blast these summons. This should end the fight. I probably didn't even need to use these, to be honest, but skip them though. We'll go ahead and skip the summons. And yeah, this is just it. You can get 5-star weapons. So like I said, this fight does have Diamond Sigil on it, which is a little tricky, because we don't have a ton of Diamond Sigil weapons. There are some. I think Glenn, Matt, Lucia, Barrett all have Diamond Sigil breaks. And a couple of other people also have some Diamond Sigil breaks maybe. But the Bahamut weapons actually, and Bahamut does drop some weapons. You can see he drops Tifa and Matt weapons. They're both Diamond Sigil breaks. So if you don't have any Diamond Sigil breaks, you could possibly farm Bahamut enough on normal or hard. It'll take a lot of farming on normal. I've never actually gotten a 5-star drop on hard either, actually. But it can happen. But yeah, you can, let's see if I can show one of these off. You can see that they have really nice R abilities too, actually. Magic Defense and Magic Attack. And Tifa's is, I think Tifa's is actually better. Magic Defense and HP. This is an amazing sub-weapon or whatever for survivability. Magic Defense if you're fighting anything that does magic damage, and then also some HP on top of that. So Tifa's specifically, Matt's is cool because it's got M attack on it if you're building like a mage user, but this is really good for survivability. Tifa's here. But yeah, as you can see, they have a little attack. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's got a Diamond Sigil break on it. So this, to date, is probably the easiest Diamond Sigil break for us to get, since you don't have to rely on the gacha or random RNG to get it. And there's one for 2 different characters, so it's pretty cool. Their materia stuff is nothing crazy, just pretty standard. But anyways, Bahamut's here, guys. And Bahamut's wild. One more thing I will show off about Bahamut, since I forgot to last time I was in here, is Mega Flare. Dude. So Mega Flare is nuts. The charging speed is so long compared to any of the other summons. I think they're around 2,000. And that, so you'll obviously lower this a bit in the board, I think. I can't even see the board yet because I don't have them unlocked. But 3,500 magic non-elemental damage to all enemies. This seems like it's going to be bananas. Bonkers, man. This is a huge pile of damage right here. So I'm really looking forward to unlocking this guy. I think the hardest thing on this is very grindy looking. Deliver Bahamut Memories 300. I already have 155 though, so you can see it's not going to be impossible to farm these. This patch has been out for like an hour, and I'm already halfway done this without even like super hardcore grinding it. And then Synthesis. So this is going to take a lot of materia crafting. Not too crazy though. and then just using Stam. The Stam's going to be the easy things. I think this, the Trial of Summoning, very hard one. This is going to be the hardest part for myself and probably a lot of other people to actually complete on this, to unlock Bahamut. So hopefully this isn't too impossible. I hope it doesn't have like a crazy enrage or anything like that. And yeah, and then with that, we'll be able to start working on the board and unlocking this beast of an ability, Mega Flare. That's crazy, right? So yeah, it's non-elemental, so you won't ever get like elemental advantages for having that, but it'll be very good, I think, in general. Especially when things are immune or resistant to elements, like when we had that fight with the Black Waltzes, maybe? Something like that. Yeah, if we get that fight again, and people have Bahamut by then, maybe that'll work. I don't know. Or maybe just stick with regular LBs for your non-elemental needs. I don't know. Anyways, that was it. I just wanted to show you guys this update. I thought it was a big update. This is honestly, I feel, one of the biggest updates we've ever got with so much stuff all at once. And remember, everything I showed in this update is not even really an event. Well, the banner is, I guess, and the campaign missions. But the storyline, the Bahamut, the Crisis dungeons, the Criterion dungeons, none of that is an event. That's all permanent content in the game. So that's another reason why I say it's a big update. And also that Zack costume and the Zack and Matt weapons, those will be permanently in the game as well. They're not limited time or anything like that. As soon as their banner's over, that stuff will be in the loot pool. You know, you'll be able to wish list it, and it will be added to tickets at some point as well. So none of that is limited. So it's a very good update. But don't feel like you have to rush to complete it all. The other thing that I will say is the level cap went up to 65. I forgot to even mention that. And that's a big part of this update, is now the level cap is 65. And for the next 2 weeks, we have 30% XP buff. So take advantage of this and level as much as you can for the next 2 weeks, because this 30% EXP buff is going to go away. And then you're just going to be stuck leveling with no XP buff. But maybe we'll get like a Metal Cactor event after that or something. That will help a lot too. Metal Cactors are amazing for leveling. Anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the holidays and the holiday portion of this game, the holiday event and all that. And yeah, I just wanted to put this video out there, show off the Steam version a little bit more. This game is available now on Steam. It's normally a mobile game on iOS and Android, but it's on Steam now, and it runs amazing on PC. I absolutely love the PC version of this game, and I have been streaming it every single day. So if you want to come hang out there, you can find me on twitch.tv/DegenTP. And other than that, I think that's about all I got. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Farewell. Bye-bye. See you later. Doodles. Bye. Blah, 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 blah. See ya.